This does put a smile on my face.
Sorry about the title. There is about as much chance as this happening as there is Disney buying the whole of DC. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? In this video, we're going to talk about James Gunn's throwaway discussion that he had on Twitter, and the fact that before I post this video, I already know that every single creator on the planet who covers this kind of content is going to make out it's happening. So, sorry for the edgy title. There is no chance of it happening. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. Check us out on Instagram at Warstu if you want to see the face behind the voice. Also, check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, aka The Maverick. So, James Gunn recently came out and said, I've casually talked to the powers that be at both Marvel and DC, but DC is just about to change hands, so it doesn't really matter what he's actually just said. And most DC Warner Bros. Executives are going to be out the door, so whatever James Gunn discussions he's had with DC, they kind of don't matter. I would love for it to happen. Everyone would love Marvel Avengers versus DC Justice League to happen. It's happened so many times in the comic. I don't think it's likely, but I don't think it's impossible either. That said, just constantly seeing crossover and mashup is less entrancing to me than a strong story. So basically, James Gunn said he spoke to Marvel, he spoke to DC, but he's just a director. He has no power. He's not going to be able to get a massive budget for this. And even if this was to happen, no offense to James Gunn, he wouldn't be directing it. So we already know this is not going to happen. But a lot of other YouTubers, Instagrammers, TikTokers will all make videos and content around this saying, breaking news, Marvel DC crossover is happening. But Warstu, I had to say in title because I'm a small channel, but you'll get some BS title like James Gunn has talked about Marvel DC crossover with Disney. And the thing with YouTube is a lot of people title the titles so the actual real bit of the title is right at the end, but you can't see the full title until you click into the video. So there is no chance of this happening. Like, there is no chance of Disney buying DC. It's just not going to happen. I mean, it's a very interesting topic point that has always come up, but Disney, Warner Bros. That are going to be bought by Discovery, the AT&T merger that's going to take about 1.5 years to close. Guys, this is never going to happen. We're not going to get your hopes up just because James Gunn has said something in a throwaway line. To be fair, James Gunn is very edgy, and a lot of other directors wouldn't have the cojones to actually say this. Then someone responded to him. So at James Gunn, let's say in an alternate reality, universes collide, you were given the green light and complete creative control over Guardians of the Galaxy versus Suicide Squad movie. Which team would win? See, the fans would win, obviously. So this would be freaking awesome if this would ever happen. But guys, there's literally no chance of this happening. Although he says he thinks it's very impossible, but at the same time, it could happen. Sure, it could happen, but it's not very likely. It's more likely that the Snyderverse will be restored, but that's happening anyway. But it's just an interesting topic point because there's always an interesting talking point. What is better, Marvel versus DC? They've crossed over so many times in the comics and even in video games. In some capacity, they've crossed over. Yeah, sure, it would be awesome to see Superman next to Iron Man and, you know, Superman teaming up with Captain America. Not that he would need to ever, because Superman's OP as frig. And the Justice League would destroy the Avengers anyway, so it's not even a fair competition. But guys, seriously, it's not going to happen. So also in the news, Andy Muschietti revealed an image, and I guess we'll go over it, but it doesn't really show as much. So Sasha, the Latino actress who is playing Supergirl, they've revealed the Supergirl image, kind of. Now, it's definitely got a homage to Henry Cavill's suit. It does look pretty similar. And there is a comic book version of Supergirl. I can't remember which one it is. I will overlay a picture right now. Do it right now, also. And you'll see it's literally going to be pulled from the comics. I think I'm on about Lara Kent. I think that's the person. But yeah, there's an image I've got in my mind from one of the Supergirl comics, and I'm pretty sure there's a suit that looks like this. So yeah, it's pretty much got the Henry Cavill kind of S logo, and then it looks like it's going to be red wrapping around. Hopefully they don't pull any inspiration from the train wreck that is that tragic CW Superman show. 'Cause let's be honest, guys, that's tragic. Yeah, I thought I'd go over it. I mean, there isn't really much to say, but it's pretty cool. Hopefully we'll get Batfleck ones next. DC Fandom, they'll come out and reveal a lot of things. As we know, she probably will be playing Kara Sirel, not Kara, Sirel, but this suit reveal doesn't imply Sirel, but the haircut she had, unlike the most recent image we had of her, does imply Sirel. So it's interesting. We don't really know anything about the Flash movie, although I kind of do. But like from a public point of view, all we've seen is they appear to be doing something with Michael Keaton. They are looking for a body double, stunt double for him on an acting agency that I may or may not have access to. Maybe, I don't know. And also The Flash, Ezra Miller is in the country. He is shooting. Supergirl is also here, allegedly, although I haven't really heard anything behind the scenes about her shooting. So it is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. And before any idiots go, she's replacing Henry Cavill. No, she is not replacing Henry Cavill. From everything we understand and know, this Supergirl will be Earth 2 Supergirl and will in theory be the Superman stroke Supergirl of Earth 2, just like Robert Pattinson is the Batman of that universe, retrospective speaking. So it is pretty cool because only the other day we've got the first look of the new Flash suit, which looks pretty interesting as well. Michael Keaton's suit looks like a mashup, so that's going to be pretty cool. Also in the news, Zack Snyder is a freaking savage. So there's been some controversy about a scene appearing in an adult animation for Batman, and Warner Bros were like, you can't do that because it's Batman. But obviously for YouTube, we have to talk in a certain way. So if you look on my Instagram at Warstu, you'll see the image I'm on about. And then Zack Snyder just trolled the hell into them. And then people are like, yo, this means Zack Snyder's never going to work with... No, Zack Snyder is trolling Warner Bros. He knows these executives will be leaving by the time Discovery merger takes over properly. So Zack Snyder can pretty much say whatever the frick they want because they will be coming to Zack Snyder and they have to meet his demands. So he can literally say anything he wants at the moment, and they cannot blackball him, they cannot blacklist him from working with Warner Bros. Ever again, because it will be, is it Warner Bros. Discovery, I think it's called. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting when this comes to fruition to see what actually goes on with this. But like I said, guys, you're going to get baited by a lot of YouTubers going, oh my god, breaking news, James Gunn has talked to Marvel DC crossover. But if you actually read what he said, this sounds like this happened a long time ago, and powers that be, like I said, are going to be changing hands at DC. Who did he speak to? He literally could have spoke to anyone at Marvel. It doesn't mean it, like, if it could ever happen in theory, it would have to be someone who is behind green lighting projects. So it would be interesting if he did spitball this to Kevin Feige, because I'm sure Kevin Feige would be up for this. He really would, because it would bang in theory. If you had Justice League Avengers movie, there is no reason why that wouldn't bang $2 billion at least, because it's the Avengers. But I'm talking about the Avengers with obviously the real Iron Man and the real Captain America and stuff like that, with Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman. There is no reason why Justice League versus Avengers wouldn't be the biggest movie ever, not just in the superhero genre, ever. So we've got The Flash, we've got Supergirl, we've got Michael Keaton. So Batfleck symbol should be coming next, hypothetically, in theory, if that's the way they're going to do it. I do presume at DC Fandom they will be revealing a lot to do with the Flash movie, because let's be honest, there won't be anything else to reveal. Suicide Squad, there isn't really any hype for that, sorry, but there isn't. Peacemaker, I know you can't see John Cena, and we are a big fan of John Cena at this channel, but realistically, there isn't going to be much interest in that either. So DC Fandom event will literally be Black Adam, The Flash, and The Batman, with minor updates for maybe Shazam and Aquaman 2. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu if you want to see the face behind the voice. And also check us out on Twitter, Warstu GAK the Maverick, and check us out on twitch.tv/Warstu. And guys, don't get too excited about this Marvel DC crossover, because it's never ever gonna happen. So like always, guys, I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.